Welcome to your known unknown, where Source and I will help to shed light on what's unknown for you. This is going to be a spread for water signs for the full moon in Leo as well. Happy Valentine's Day. I was kind of called to do it on this day, a couple days after the full moon. So thanks for being so patient for and with me on this. There's been some kind of resistance on top of lots of work going on outside of tarot world, so we've been doing the best we can do with our time management, and so here we are this morning today. So good morning to you. This is going to be a spread for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio in all placements in your chart. So you have those placements somewhere in your chart, and if you land on this reading, then it is meant to find you, and that's just the way the synchronicity goes. So thanks for tuning in. We are going to pull some cards for the energies to see what energies are presenting themselves and wanting to be made aware in our liminal perceptional belief system experience, and what energies to watch out for, where we can step it up, and what kind of shadow aspects are really wanting to shine through for this time frame. So without further ado, let's get to it, let's into it, and let's pull some cards for you water signs. Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, source, divine radiance. So we need to see for the water sign collective. Let's dive deep for the water signs, because y'all deserve it. In your name I experience, in your name I exist. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Right off the bat, before I even had a chance to give my prayer and spiel, we have the devil. I'm going to use this next one here too. We have the devil. We have the Six of Swords. As well as Prince of Wands. Definitely going to need to go into some clarification on this one. Well, whatever's happening, you're not going to give up. So the energy of this full moon is allotted a couple of weeks of time and spatial energy, if you so believe it too. Otherwise, we have a few days, and we're definitely riding in the energy right now. 3:33 on the clock as I'm explaining this. And wherever you're coming from, the energies of this full moon are kind of offering the sense of, you're not done yet. You're not over this yet. Whatever that means to you. So you might be going through something negative right now in life. It's not done yet. You're not over it yet. You might be going through something positive right now in life. It's not done yet. You're not over it yet. Breakthroughs, aha moments, whatever it is, you're more like a quarter of the way through, so to say. You're not even halfway through, so stop thinking about it being over, whatever it is. But because it's not over, it's allowing you this opportunity for transition, for the ignition of shift, of change, from a place of, you ain't gonna go down without a fight. And not like in a negative connotation here in this world. I mean, you're not gonna go down without a fight to spirit. You're not gonna give up. You're a perseverer. You're resilient by nature. And you're not gonna get defeated. You're kind of rolling through it without determination, whatever it is, life, as life is, but you're not letting it kick you all the way down again. You're kind of like, it's like you see those, like the crazy old people in life, you know, you're like, dang, that dude is batshit crazy, or dang, that lady. And they're just old. And it's not like there's anything wrong with them. It's just because they're old, life is intense, and they got the right kind of crazy about them. Just the right kind of spice, you know? The kind that's like, wow. Wow. Those people, you know? Really don't care about the world, do what they want to do. Those people, those really awesome, beautiful souls that are just free to be themselves and express themselves. Those people, yeah. We're letting life turn us into one of those crazy old people. The sane ones, you know? It's kind of how I related to myself and my ascension journey through psychosis and all that kind of stuff. You know, I was kind of just like, well, we're just going to be the crazy one. Yeah. That's good, because actually we're the sane ones. I think you're kind of seeing that. You're kind of reframing whatever is going on with you and just not letting it keep you down. You're like, well, hey, cheers to that, you know? Oh, another hiccup in life? Well, cheers to that. Okay, cool. What else is new? Nothing. This is what life is. Life is a series of trials and tribulations until you advance to the next step. Get into it. Get into it. Get used to it. Get into it. Ride with it. It's funny. How are we moving into this? Let's see how you're doing this on your own accord, meaning how you're navigating through these energies. We have the Chariot reversed. So you're doing it on your own time. You're taking it step by step, very slow, very methodical, very situational, very perceptional. I'm also hearing. Do you want this to be reversed? Do you want this to be reversed? Upright? Do you want this to be upright? Oh. Well. 8 of Cups as well. You're seeing the things that aren't fulfilling. I'm not saying you're looking at the things that are bad for you. See, here's the thing. It's like I could sit here as a tarot reader and be like, you're looking at all the things negative in your life. And it's like, bullshit. You're actually not. We don't look at the negative things in our life. We definitely can hyper focus on them and fixate on them and dwell on them, and they're imprisoning. But do we sit here and we're just like, this bad habit that I'm making in life is sure affecting my life negatively? No, we really don't. We just kind of do it and we choose to ignore it. Here, I'm seeing this energy of maturation in your choice, in your decision, in your progress. Maturation. Meaning you've learned something. You're learning to move from the imbalances. You're also learning to do it in your own way. You don't have to do it by anyone else's guidelines, by anyone else's ways, reasons, expressions. Yes, the rest of the world has great advice. Great advice. But ultimately, the universe, source, spirit, guides, angels, ancestors, they only give a shit about you doing you, baby. For real. They only care about that. You could not know how to do breath work. And it doesn't matter, because if you're supposed to know how to do breath work, you'll be guided to just start breathing in particular ways. It does come from research and wisdom nowadays, since our ability to tap into our intuition and meditate is severely distracted by screens and those bad habits that we're not focusing on. But whatever, those indulgences that we think are really okay, like eating meat, like staying up past particular hours of our circadian rhythm, by giving ourselves sweet treats every once in a while, or watching Netflix here and there, or smoking the occasional reef, or doing something. But also, by technical terms, and when I was growing up, this sort of shit was the devil, and now it's not, because it's my choice, because I was guided to do it. And as soon as I'm okay doing this, it's funny, because no longer is it the devil. In fact, everybody gets in on it. Everyone loves it. It's pretty interesting. Once you start to do you and move away from those imbalances and the things that no longer are serving you, you really start to find these things that do serve you, and these things that make you proud, to the point where the people around you, who you definitely disguised yourself up with judgments and self-judgments around, they don't give a shit. In fact, they're very supportive. They're like, do what you gotta do. We don't care. That's nice. I see that you're definitely remorsing your losses, whatever losses that can be. Losing senses of childhood. Like you're like feeling in your self growing up, so to say. But it's not growing up. It's reliability. That's more like it. I like that, Spirit. Thank you. It's more like you're learning how to be. Yeah. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling too. This is what learning how to rely on yourself feels like. And when you are successful, this is how it feels like. And what I'm saying is you're learning that these imbalances, that these past mistakes are the success as well. It's not black and white. They're the success as well. And you've learned so much. And the energies of this full moon have been presenting itself as move forward. Like that. Move forward with the lessons you've learned, because you've learned so many. So many, to where you are growing up. You are maturing. You are leveling up. You are learning self-reliability, self-accountability, which is the most important support you can ever offer yourself. And it all had to come from the suck, didn't it? It all had to come from the imbalances, the spilled cups, the no movement, the slowness, the imprisonment of time, and stagnant ass space, right? But you're not getting defeated. Ever. And these energies are showing you're not getting defeated. So keep doing exactly what you're doing, which is transitioning, which is changing, which is evolving. So in irony, in paradoxical terms, keep doing exactly not the same thing. Keep moving forward and shaping how Spirit wants you to be shaped, doing what Spirit wants you to do, cutting through all the bullshit and just fine-tuning yourself. And how we fine-tune ourselves is we don't catch a groove, right? We constantly stay up on top of the groove's edges. We constantly are getting bombarded with new things, but we can do it slowly. We can do it day by day. You don't have to become a new person today. But if you want to experience the best future, you should try stepping into those energies as soon as possible, right? Ideally, be them today, and they will manifest and create in due time. They will materialize. But yeah, that's tough. It's tough to not be yourself. That's why it takes time to change yourself. But the recognition and the awareness of how and what and where departments to change, to work on, to focus on, well, we'll step into those right now. But even just the awareness is enough. And then you sit and you seriously pray and be like, to whatever you want to pray to. Pray to the moon. Pray to your spirits, angels, guides, ancestors. Pray to source and spirit. Pray to demons. I don't care what you pray to. Pray to whoever, whatever you want. But pray. And pray that they guide you perfectly through whatever it is that you need to be guided through. You have to come up and cultivate your own relationship with your own divine. You will. All in good time. Whether this lifetime or another time. You will cultivate a relationship with that. Being your unique self is the easiest way to go about it. But it offers zero validation. And really resourcefulness towards connecting with other people on that level. And what I mean by that is, like, if somebody does prayer one way and teaches you how to do that prayer, and then you forever do the prayer that way after that, but not necessarily because it was your choice to do it, but that's just also the only way you know how to do it, that's kind of okay, because it's the only way you know how to do it. But if you learn like 1,000 different ways to do something, and you're specifically following one person's way to do something for some weird reason, don't. Do your own way. If there's 1,000 different ways to do something, then it seems like there should be 1,001 ways that you can be another way of creative. I keep wanting to say that. It's a little bit of a rant. I'm sorry. I hope that meant something to somebody. Let's see what energies we need to step it up in here, Spirit, for this. Thank you. What should be focused on? What really does this full moon want to shed light on? Father of Cups, outwardly expressing your emotions gracefully, tactfully, perfectly. That's difficult. It's hard. We're kind of all like emotional bags of children is what we are. We're like, I feel this way. Learning how to really get your point across patiently is a great social resource to utilize, to master, basically. The Three of Swords and the Five of Swords. We want to work on stepping up and releasing our past, holding on to the things that are keeping us burdened. That's another vague tarot concept that likes to be thrown out to make people sound important, but really it's like, get over your exes, let go of your vices, and try to stop feeling bad about it. Try replacing instead of removing, people, places, things. It doesn't matter. Just the phrase that I'm saying alone is triggering thoughts into your subconscious, into your imagination, and you're thinking of things while I'm explaining these things to you, and those are your intuition explaining to you what we're resonating through, or what you're trying to focus on through the words I'm saying. So when I say the Devil card, you think of whatever you think of. Now be open-minded, because if it's something you've addressed in the past before, it's probably not the same thing, and you're just like sitting with Three of Swords energy, where you're kind of stuck in the past a little bit. Get over it. Move forward. When I hear Three of Swords energy, I immediately just think of like betrayal, trauma, and relationships. I'm just like, whoa, this person went through some major grief, loss, pain, sorrow, emotionally. But thought emotionally, because it's not a cups card, but it is a heart related card. But it's a swords card, so it's in the mind. Areas that we can also step it up in are not cutting things out. Not being so black and white with yourself. Be a little more gracious and patient with yourself. I'm really hearing be careful with like who you block, who you choose to ignore. It might just be worth being silent sometimes as opposed to taking action and making an actional choice, like blocking somebody or like telling them off or something. I don't know. I'm hearing that specifically. Take it what you will. But be careful of being so black and white with the judgments and perceptions and the choices in particular. This is why it might be very beneficial to learn how to express how you're feeling a little deeper, a little more truer, a little more accurately, and a little more authentically. That's where the term authenticity really comes from, is how you're stepping into your own energies and expressing them and representing them, let alone experiencing them. I'm hearing meditation into the pain is a great place to start. That's interesting. It's interesting because I focus so hard when it comes to meditation. I focus so hard on clearing mind and or focusing on a single point, whether it be the breath or detachment of thought. I don't like to usually... It's interesting I said that. I don't like to... I haven't really... Well, I guess we have a lot. Sitting with focus on like pain and grief and like negative, let's just say, relationships, because those are the loudest ones that we have, or with other people. It's literally as easy as sitting down, being like, I don't feel 100% myself. In fact, I know I'm not 100% myself, whatever that means for you. I know why and what has held me up in the past, but there are things holding me up that I cannot see now. Spirit, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to meditate on these Three of Swords feelings, these energies of Three of Swords, my past relationships, and the people that have hurt me. Please pull me through these energies and allow me to navigate those emotions safely, perfectly, guidedly, but perfectly as you see fit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then you're going to sit. You're just going to sit. When you feel tension coming in your body, you're going to just take a breath and release that tension away. You're just going to sit. And you're going to get bored. And you're going to push through the boredom. And you're just going to sit. And you're going to feel your pain and let your thoughts direct you into those thoughts that you don't like to have. Because they're just thoughts. You're in a safe space and it's time to have them. It's kind of what I'm hearing. It's time to start having those bad thoughts. Because they will cause those bad emotions. I don't like the word bad. Let's take that back. It's time to sit and have those darker. It's time to sit and honor those darker thoughts. Because that's honoring those darker emotions that are connected to those thoughts. And then to guarantee that it's helping, offer yourself some light body movement after you have those thoughts, after they bring up those emotions. Just seriously anything, just any movement at all. Just get it out. And if it sits in a particular place, like when I think of particular X's, I can feel them in different areas in here. And it's like, okay, get out, get out, get out. Do pelvic movements, do thrusts, do stretches. Get it out. This offers your body, time, and spirit focus, love, attention, all kinds of stuff. I definitely recommend doing all of the above as often as you can. It's just a very beautiful place to sit in and reside with yourself and connect in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Demons to watch out for, and its negative connotation. I have the Queen of Wands stacked with the Moon. I'm hearing that you're very tapped in, especially as a water sign. You're very tapped in to your intuition in general. The Moon is a very big resource for that. But with that, don't confuse what you're tapped into, your spirit. Don't confuse what they're saying as like go, 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 get stuff done, your manifestation, create, create, create. It also takes you to co-create, to stop and to discipline and be like, no, spirit, we're going to stop and take a minute and we're going to meditate. All right. I get that you're distracting me. I get that you're flowing. But again, be careful of the difference between intuition and ego. Learn to hear which one is which. Learn how they feel differently in your system. Learn how they navigate you differently. Learn how they communicate to you differently, subtly, but differently. Other devils to watch out for, demons to watch out for. Cockiness and arrogance and pride. Alright? They don't sit very well with water signs. It's nice to have a little bit of that spice in the spice rack, but too much is just too much, especially for you, and it doesn't look well on you when you wear it like that. Don't worry so much about spiraling through, like, don't worry so much about, yeah, I'm hearing that the energy is like, don't focus so much on material and getting stuff done, because things will happen. Things will get done. If you literally take stuff one step at a time, literally, things get done faster than you're aware of. That goes with self too. Self-development, practices, everything, meditation. If you don't do more than one thing at a time, things usually work pretty systematically how they follow through. So what would that be? Just be careful for ego taking too much control, material becoming too important. You know, you don't need anything but some sunlight, a little bit of water, and yourself. Everything else is pre-programmed mind programming that has made us think that we need food, cell phones, clothes, friends, even cars, a job, everything else that we need. You know, we don't. We don't need anything but our thoughts and our own love. As boring of a life as that can be nowadays, it's still beautiful in its own way. So don't let the hubbub of the world getting you having to get that new iPhone, or you need the top of the line, whatever. No, you don't. No, you really don't. And I think that some of this level of maturity that comes with these cards here is saying that you're learning, like, nah, you don't. You're happy with what you got. You know? Like, you wanted that super awesome cool thing, but instead you got the mediocre subgrade thing. And you know what? That is just fine with you, because you got the thing. You got the thing in general. And you're so happy about that. And that's what we got to do. That's what we want to be. So be grateful for what you have. Be grateful every day for what you have. Yeah, I'm telling you what to do. Go do your gratefulness practices. They shine true for you, and they will help. They'll help shift moods around for you. This was a pretty concise reading. It flowed right through. And for that, thank you. Very effective, very efficient. Water signs, I feel for you. I know you feel too. So we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to, these are the energies that I present for you if you so choose to accept them on your journey. We're going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to disconnect from the channel. And you can lock in these energies again if you so choose to. So if you would like to, take a deep breath with me and hold at the top. Thank you, fam. Thank you for receiving me. We are complete. And until next time, much love.